Gervonta Davis up big over Shakur Stevenson as odds have been released for a future fight between the two. Is this a reason why we're having a hard time getting this fight made? Because these odds are wild. Let's talk about it in this video. All right, welcome back to the channel. It's your boy Fanon, and in this video, we got some funny things going on out there in the world. Whole lot of people out there talking real loose about Shakur Stevenson, as if Shakur Stevenson is going to get blown out by Gervonta Davis when this fight between the two of them inevitably happen. I am one of the people that are most optimistic that we're going to get it. However, I can't miss these odds that came out for the fight, which agree heavily with all of the Shakur Stevenson, anti-Shakur Stevenson trolls out there saying bad things about him and Tank. But, and also we have to talk about the 400-pound gorilla in the room, Oscar De La Hoya, but I got to do it in a video where it's not in the title. So bear with me to the end of the video. Trust me, it's going to be worth it. So Shakur Stevenson and Gervonta Davis, the odds have been released. And this is by a website called Box Live, who released the odds for it. And minus 190 for Gervonta to plus 210 for Shakur Stevenson. That is 70% chance that Gervonta Davis wins and a 30% chance that Shakur Stevenson wins. Let me tell you, you all should pray that that fight gets made if you are in the business of betting on boxing. Because although I have Gervonta Davis winning that fight, I do. That's the guy that I'm predicting will win the fight. But 70-30, no. I feel confident in a maybe 50. I mean, at the most 55-45 in Gervonta Davis's favor. These bookmakers, these odds makers are saying, no, Fanon, you're dead wrong. You got to listen to these guys out here on Twitter who says this is going to be a blowout win for Gervonta Davis over Shakur Stevenson. Now, is this the reason why the fight may not be taking place yet? Yeah, this could have something to do with it, or at least the notion, the notion for the people that are matchmaking for Gervonta and Shakur, not the fighters themselves, because I know full well Shakur Stevenson doesn't believe that. I know Shakur Stevenson thinks that he should be favored to win. This, however, just really smells very similar to the Errol Spence Jr. versus Terrence Crawford odds before that fight took place, and those odds never changed. It was originally, I think it was maybe a little bit thinner. Like Errol was maybe it was a minus 190 for Terrence Crawford, and Errol was like a plus 190, maybe a plus 200. I don't think it was quite as wide as this, but it still had that same feeling to me where when I originally saw the odds, I was like, man, what am I missing? And so now it happens again. Like, man, what I got Gervonta, but what am I missing with this, the wideness of these odds? Not to say that they are always correct, that the odds makers are always right. They are most definitely betting, putting the odds based off those guys making their own money, how much money they'll make. But in this particular instance, there's not been any money put down on the bets yet. So I think this is just straight up whoever these odds makers are just telling you what they truly believe. And they get it right a lot more than they get it wrong. But I'm at the end of the day just hoping we get to see this. Hope we get to see this fight. Shakur Stevenson is not calling Gervonta Davis out. Gervonta Davis is not calling Shakur out. Shakur is getting a lot of pressure for not calling Gervonta Davis out, not continually mentioning his name every day or, several times a week. And he's like, man, why should I do that? Where has it gotten me so far? Well, honestly, it's gotten me pretty far, Shakur, because they put out odds for you against Gervonta Davis, and there's a whole lot of people that really want to see that fight, and that fight is sitting up there as one of the biggest fights in boxing. That's a nice position for Shakur Stevenson to be in. Now, I did promise you that I would get to the 400-pound gorilla or 800-pound gorilla in the room, and that is Oscar De La Hoya has lost his absolutely cotton-picking god dog his mind. Oscar De La Hoya put a video out. I will not show this video on this channel. And I'm telling you, I am highly suspect of anybody that will show this video. But Oscar De La Hoya needs an intervention, man. And the number one intervention he needs is to get away from that girlfriend of his. Because she is completely plastic. Oh, my goodness gracious. He's in this. This is after he did the Club Shay Shay interview, right? Which is a good interview. He was flying high. Then he gets on a video with his girlfriend and he's flying high. Obviously he is. Zooted to the roof. And out there flapping like 99% without clothing. With a G-string on. Oscar's wearing a G-string. I'm not talking about the girlfriend. Oscar's wearing a G-string. Flapping in the wind. Business flapping in the wind. He's, like I said, that's all he got on, and he's doing the bird like Morris Day. And is trying to hug on his girlfriend who's doing this dance in front of the phone. And they released this. Man, do you understand how powerful Oscar De La Hoya is in boxing? It's like with owning Ring Magazine and the narratives and the stuff that comes out of that camp over there that are so loyal to Oscar De La Hoya. Every time I see him do one of these, man, I just want to look to the other side and go look at Ring Magazine, like with Dougie Fisher and Mike Montero and Steve Kim and Mario Lopez, so their heads can all do this. Only Oscar De La Hoya can survive this. Oscar De La Hoya will do this, and tomorrow the entire boxing media will act like it didn't happen. There's very few things that Adrian Bronner's ever done to compete with the things that Oscar De La Hoya has done outside the ring. I mean, seriously, Oscar De La Hoya has literally done it all and nothing touches him. He is for sure the golden child. But man, if you see that video, just remember what I said. When you see that video, put your hand like this, like when it starts, so you can only see half of the screen. Because what's on down below, you don't want to see it. Man, that was wild. But I had to talk about it in a video, so I did it in this one. With that, I'm out. Please let me know what you think in the comment section. Deuces.